Now here's a big one that I've been wanting an answer to for ages, and that is the age-old question, relist or sell similar. Right, I had a one-to-one with an eBay rep, like many people did, and I asked that very question. And the answer I got from the rep was,
Hey, I'm Car Boot Chris. I'm a full-time UK online reseller. I operate mainly on eBay and also Whatnot, but also some other platforms as well. I'm going to bring you regular podcasts all about reselling, hopefully to keep you company, to entertain, or maybe to educate, who knows. Welcome to the Everything Reselling Podcast.
me and Belle went to the eBay Open 2023 in Manchester last week, and it was really interesting. Met lots of great people, lots of YouTubers, Instagrammers, and people who we know from the Tinternet. And also we did learn a few things, and I've got some golden nuggets, some little tiny golden nuggets of information from the eBay Open, from eBay employees themselves, things that might help you improve and sell more on eBay. So let's get started. I've got 10 things that I picked up from the eBay Open that I thought you guys might be interested in. The first one is your item titles. The first 4 words in your title are the most important. Now that information has been bandied around quite a bit on the internet, but I've heard it myself direct from eBay at the Open. So the first 4 words, get your most important words in there first, and the very first word should be your brand if it has one. Always brand first, apparently. The next one is all about shipping, and eBay said that you should try and offer a shipping service that will arrive in 3 days or less, and or offer free shipping. Now we know that eBay are always pushing free shipping, and guess what? I've plumped for it. My entire store now is free shipping. I've decided to go for it. I've gone all in. I changed, I bulk edited over 1,000 listings. I am now free shipping. So I thought I'd try it. Another one also linked to titles is don't use exclamation marks or emojis in your title. That was a big no-no. And I have to put my hands up here and say I have recently talked about using a warning emoji if you're doing spares and repairs. You know, like the yellow triangle. I've said that in the past and I've used it myself. But apparently eBay say no emojis, no exclamation marks. eBay do have a number of tools that can help you as a seller to sell more items and to do research and stuff. So this particular point is all about things that will help you, that eBay provides you. And I've got 3 examples. Terapeak, which I already use. It gives you 2 years worth of historic listings and sales. And you can sort of do a bit of research there, or you can research on things that might be profitable to sell in the future. I've not used it for that reason myself. There's also the listings quality report, which is actually quite useful. Go and find it on your seller hub. The listings quality report, it gives you an overview of any listings that might not be performing quite as well as others, and why, and what things you can do to rectify it. And also don't forget that eBay gives you an opportunity to not only do markdown sales, but you can also send coupons to previous buyers on your store using the buyer groups function. There's always been a lot of talk about the colour of your background. Should you be a white background, or should you have colour or some kind of imagery in the background? Well, apparently eBay is saying that your first image should have a white background. Okay, so that's a little bit different from what we've heard in the past. They've always said all images should be white background. Okay, first image only, white background. But also, just as a little add-on to that, they have said that it's quite a good idea to have what they call a lifestyle image if it's appropriate to the item that you're selling. The item in situ, as if you might use it. Say you were selling a vase. So your first image would be a vase with a white background, but your second image could be a lifestyle photo the vase in the corner of a room, all sort of nicely, I don't know, lifestyled. There you go. You can use that as potentially your second image. When I was having my one-to-one with the eBay rep, I asked the question, why is there a discrepancy between the eBay app 90-day totals and the desktop 90-day totals? And the rep could not answer that question, but basically said, ignore your 90-day information on the app. Always take the information from the desktop because that is their baseline. That is the bit of information that is always correct. So basically, if you're looking at your 90-day totals, forget it on the app. Don't bother on the app, just ignore it, which is a shame really because it's there and it's a shame it's not accurate. But I was told it is not accurate, but you should always look at your 90-day stuff from the desktop only. This is a big one. After 90 days, your item is stagnant. So eBay are not pushing it. They might not even be showing it properly in search results. And if they do, it'll be way down the list. I guess, I don't know, I'm guessing here, but if you've got an item that is rare or unusual and might only have one result, it might still come up. But eBay is saying, if that item has been listed for more than 90 days, they class it as stagnant. They might not even show it in results. Here's an easy one. If you're not making use of the video function on your listings, where you get one slot for a video where your photographs are, make use of it, especially if it's appropriate to see something working. So that's an easy one. I've used it myself. And you know what? I think pretty much every time I've used a video on my listings, the item is always sold. And just linking onto the stagnant listings, their advice is when an item goes stagnant, go through a cycle of relisting, optimizing. So have a look at your title. Does it need any changes? Also have a look at your pictures. Do they need any changes? Also have a look at your item specifics. Are there any additions that you can put in there? And does the price need changing? Do you need to reduce the price to get it moving? You can do that after 90 days. And that is what they class as optimizing. Now here's a big one that I've been wanting an answer to for ages, and that is the age-old question, relist or sell similar. Right, I had a one-to-one with an eBay rep, like many people did, and I asked that very question. And the answer I got from the rep was, they have no idea why eBay have a relist button. So basically he said to me, always, always, always sell similar. And is that a definitive answer to the question? I don't know, probably not, to be honest with you, because I've already spoke to a couple of people who have said that eBay have given them opposite information to that. But I can only say what eBay said to me on my one-to-one, and their instruction was, stay away from relist and always use the sell similar button. Apparently, items that are regularly visited by you as the seller and edited, updated, checked your item specifics, added a few extra in, done some tweaks maybe on it. Those listings are actually favored by eBay. So if you're keeping your listing up to date on a regular basis, perhaps you're going to get a little bit of a boost from eBay. So that's 10 of the things that I took away from the eBay Open 2023 in Manchester. It was an interesting day, but here's a little disclaimer. These things may work for you, they may not. These are just the pieces of advice that eBay gave us directly at the event. If it doesn't work, don't blame me. That's it for today. I hope you find it interesting. I hope you've got some little tips, some little nuggets of advice from today's video. And take care. Don't forget to subscribe for more good stuff. See you later.
That's it for today's episode of the Everything Reselling Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, to follow, or to subscribe wherever you're watching or listening to this podcast. And we'll see you on the next episode.